right? We all want to be loved. But a lot of people never get that love. So that's why you see a lot of dudes and young ladies walk around here looking all mean and mean mugging people. And why you think they are the cold-hearted ones is because they never get that. And a lot of times they give so much of that, but they never get it back in return. So that pisses a lot of y'all off. Am I lying? So y'all stay to yourself. Or you got a very small group of friends that you fool with because they get you. But a lot of y'all think it's just better just to be alone.
There's a way.
Quite literally, Will Tidwell, a younger gentleman.
I wish I didn't have this big heart. People just do nothing but hurt me. Anybody can dream the dream. Anybody can have a goal, but see,
You're gonna be a neighborhood hero. You just keep shining, young king. But this is the real question. A lot of times we know how we like to love other people, but do we know how we like to be loved? That's the thing we struggle with. And the reason I want y'all to walk away knowing that today is because when people come into your life and they want to be your friend, or they want to be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, and your wife one day, you need to be able to express to them, hey, this is how I appreciate being taken care of and loved and talked to. So when y'all get in those relationships and those friendships, there's no confusion. Because a lot of times why we fall out with certain people is not because necessarily they did something weird. It's because they didn't know how to love us properly. Right? And we don't think that being loved is a big deal until that graduation come around and nobody comes. We don't think that being loved is a big deal until we had this special milestone. Say you go crazy in the game and nobody says anything about it. That's going to make you feel away. Nobody acknowledged me. You got all A's and nobody said nothing. How we feel love matters. Man, be honest, man. Be real. Be raw. Like, talk how you talk when you with your friends, man. I think that's a big problem. Y'all don't get to express yourself freely without worrying about getting in trouble. This with me, you're gonna be able to do that. So just express yourself, man. Talk freely. If it's private or personal, don't gotta share it out loud. Y'all need spaces to be able to talk freely without having to worry about anything. That's how people get to know the real you. Sometimes y'all gotta pretend to be something y'all not just to make these teachers happy, right? Going to from now on, lover, friend, whatever. Be bold enough to express yourself or how you want to be loved, how you are meant to feel safe. What doesn't make you feel good? Man, don't hesitate to express that to people. Because if you never tell them, they'll never know. And they'll never know how to treat you. Young men and women, I don't care who you are. I don't care how tough you think you is, you want to be loved. You want to be loved the correct way. And if they don't do that for you, you're going to keep being that pissed off, cold-hearted person. But also, this is the other half of it. When people do tell you how they want to be loved, listen to them. Because just because they aren't want to be loved the same way you like to be loved, you might like a lot of time and attention. They just might want a gift. Right? You might be a person that likes to talk. They might just want you to sit there with them in silence and chill. So understanding that, hey, I like to be loved this way, but that might be the way you want to be loved. So express what you want, but be open to what other people want too, and know that it may be different from you. Am I a lover boy or am I cold-hearted? I think I'm a lover boy until you take me there. And now I gotta be mean to you and treat you a certain way, not because I want to, but because if I don't, you're gonna keep taking advantage of this love that I got for you. Because you know I'll do anything for you. You know I'll go to the ends of the earth for you. You know I'll give you my last. But you're taking advantage of it instead of appreciating it. And so now I got to show you a side of me that I don't really like to show people. And you know what happens when you do that to people? You start telling them no, and you start treating them a certain way, and you keeping them at a distance than you usually do. Oh, now Z acting funny with me. But what about all the times I did everything for you? The one time I chose myself, though, now it's a problem. Get ready to tap into the brilliance of Esquire writing and media. May your ultimate friend when it comes to unleashing the creativity within you and elevating both your personal and your business brand. Everything from crafting compelling stories, content creation, or even venturing into this world of podcasting and speaking in such a dynamic way. Man, Esquire can take care of you. Whether you're a creative genius, building a brand, or just building your own platform, let Esquire Writing and Media be the driving force that sets you apart. Man, be sure to follow us at SpeakUPZee.com/Esquire, or you can learn more and shoot us a text at 469-851-7235. We love y'all, man. Now back to the episode. Peace. But sometimes a man can take so much pride in doing things for everybody else until he realizes, dang, but I never do anything nice for me. I pay all of the bills. Not every man is like this either, right? But I'm one of those dudes. I pay all of the bills. I make sure my kid is straight. I make sure my girl is straight. I'm going, I'm running, I'm working, I'm traveling, I'm doing all of the things to make sure we don't miss a beat, right? Until I finally slow down and say, dang, I've been doing all this work and I ain't got nothing to show for it.
My mom, she had me when she was 18.
Uh-huh.
I don't know my biological dad.
Got you.
And I'm adopted by my father. He adopted me when I was 1.
Got you.
And I remember finding out that I was adopted when I was 8 years old.
Wow.
And I remember completely breaking down. I felt completely different from my other siblings because they are my father's biological children.
Got you.
And I felt completely isolated. But then I remembered that my dad chose to be in my life.
Yep.
And he chose to share his life with me.
Yep.
And that's one reason that I'll always feel safe with my mom and my dad.
For sure. For sure. Because he didn't have to do that.
No, he didn't.
He doesn't have to treat you like you're one of his own, but he does it every single day and makes you feel safe. And you never even think twice about it when you go home. That's a beautiful thing. It says when you have certain people in your life and they ask you what you like or what type of friend you want or what type of boyfriend or girlfriend you're looking for, don't tell them. Because a lot of times, if that boy come up to you, young ladies, or that girl come up to you and say, what type of man you like, what type of girl you like, and you give them your full rundown of what you want, a lot of people are turned into that person just to get a hold of you. And as soon as they get in your life, then they start showing you who they really are. And then 6 months down the line, you're like, wait a minute, what happened to little Tay-Tay from 6 months ago that I fell in love with? That was my dog. You acting totally different. Oh, you got comfortable. And now you're showing me who you really are. So that's why you act weird every time you get around these other dudes because you're trying to be tough. Or that's why you act weird when you get around these other girls because you're trying to be funny. You're trying to fit in. So so they try to almost invalidate your struggles and what you've been through because they may have had it harder than you.
Yeah.
But does that mean my life wasn't hard too?
No.
Just because I got 2 parents and you got 1, that doesn't necessarily mean you had a rougher life than me. Maybe I do have a dad, but my dad is never around. That's something I used to struggle with as a kid all the time. People thought that because I had a mom and a dad, that my life was just automatically just grand. Now, don't get me wrong. I was a blessed young man. But there was a lot of times where I wish my father was around a bit more. And so our relationship is very tainted and very weird now that I'm an adult because we really don't have that connection like that. Like to the point where my birthday was just not even a week ago. Appreciate it, my dog. And I ain't even get a happy birthday call. You see what I'm saying? We so used to having this strained relationship where he didn't even realize that it's my son's birthday. You feel me? So yeah, I got a dad, but it don't feel like it sometimes. Just like that kid that grew up with just his mom, or just his grandma, or just his auntie. I feel the same way you feel, bro, because I got a dad and I know who he is and I know exactly where he live at, and he still didn't call me. So does that mean my struggle is any less hard than yours? No. It's just different than yours. And I was in this really toxic relationship, you know what I'm saying? Where I'm the breadwinner that does everything. And as a man, most men take pride in being the breadwinner and taking care of everything and paying for everything and doing everything. And we brag about that as men, right? But sometimes a man can take so much pride in doing things for everybody else until he realizes, dang, but I never do anything nice for me. I pay all of the bills. Not every man is like this either, right? But I'm one of those dudes. I pay all of the bills. I make sure my kid is straight. I make sure my girl is straight. I'm going, I'm running, I'm working, I'm traveling, I'm doing all of the things to make sure we don't miss a beat, right? Until I finally slow down and say, dang, I've been doing all this work and I ain't got nothing to show for it for myself. And I found myself breaking down with my brother one day, just crying out of nowhere. I don't even know where it came from, y'all. Just crying. Just telling him how tired I was, how exhausted I was, how I felt like I had just burnt out doing for everybody else. You know, most times with black men, especially, you cry in front of them, they finna talk. You'll never forget. They'll never let you live that down. Crying? They'll never let you forget that. But instead of him making fun of me, instead of him joning on me, which we always do, he just gave me a hug and said, fam, I get it. And he chose to be back transparent with me and talk about his own struggles. And it made me realize two things. Number one, this is a space I can always come to feel safe, and my brother genuinely loves me. And number two, I'm not that different, and I go through a lot of the same things other people go through. We just are not bold enough to open up and talk about it because we're afraid that if we do, you're going to judge me.
Hey, what's up? This is Will Z Tidwell with SpeakUPZee. And I just want to take a quick second just to thank you for tuning in to this latest episode of SpeakUPZee the podcast. And my only goal with this platform is to motivate you, inspire you, and educate you around all things life, business, and mental health, whether it's myself or me bringing on a special guest. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. We don't ask for any type of monetary gains or anything like that. The best thing you could do for us is just like and subscribe to the channel. Until next week, we'll see y'all later. Peace.